But something that is less interesting and more just deeply concerning is that the Teachers for Palestine group in New South Wales have said they will flout Chris Minns's new restrictions on what they can and can't say in the classroom, and they will continue to encourage people to use slogans like globalise the intifada. Chris Minns has released a new code of conduct that will allow NESA, the education regulator, to essentially sack or suspend any teachers that it finds promoting hatred, and really this is to target rising anti-Semitism in schools. But to see a group of activist teachers going out of their way, posting on social media, not only do they disagree with this new code of conduct, they're going to continue to promote globalise the intifada. If I had a child in school, I would be very worried and want to know which teachers are part of this group and endorsing this, because that's just disgusting.
You know, I don't care what someone says in their own time on the weekend, but when you go into school to teach children, it's an apolitical job. It has to be an apolitical job. And if this is what it takes to get political people out of the classroom, who clearly, if you're one of these people who's in the teachers and school staff for Palestine and you want to openly defy this edict, what you are saying is, I'm not actually at school to teach the next generation what they need to know to be useful citizens. I'm here to indoctrinate kids, and every single one of them should be rooted out.
But also, if you're a teacher, you should not be, even if you're saying this outside of the classroom. I love teachers, my whole family are teachers. I do stuff telling teachers and telling the world how great teachers are all the time. But if you cannot, as a teacher, as a public servant, be political using your position as a teacher. If you, as a private citizen who happens to be a teacher, want to go to a pro-Palestine rally, that's fine. But to say, you know, we are teachers for Palestine.
Yes.
Yeah.
You actually cannot do that. That is a politicisation of the public service, which is simply and now explicitly not allowed. You imagine if you had police officers for Palestine.
Yeah, yeah.
Just get your head around that. Would that be okay? Imagine if you had police officers for Palestine who were then there, you know, providing security at, I don't know, the first day of Hanukkah at Bondi Beach.
No, it's a good point.
As if you would have that. Imagine if you had, you know, nurses for Palestine. Well, we saw what happened to them, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because we had them, and that was in breach of, because you're bringing your politics to your profession, allegedly. You bring your politics to a profession that by its definition must be completely apolitical.
But what concerns me about this here is there does seem to have been a rise in the number of activists that seemingly go into teaching because they know that's where you get access to children. If you wanted to change the course of a country's future, you would start by re-educating or indoctrinating the young people. And so, I mean, it's Palestine in this instance, but how deep does this go? And how do you actually crack down on this beyond, because you can't have, you know, a NESA officer in every classroom. So how much more of this is happening that we don't even know about?
Oh, and I mean, that's the whole point of the long march through the institutions, right? I mean, this is not a new thing. This is just the latest phenomenon in which it is showing up. And it's something of a self-fulfilling prophecy, because good people who go into the profession to be teachers and to simply teach quickly work out that in the way a lot of things operate in the modern world, it's really hard to be a teacher, and you have good people walking away because the pay is too low for the work they're doing, and they can get better money elsewhere doing other things, and then the only people that are left are the ones who are there wanting to be activists to the kids, right? So we're kind of stuffed in every direction.